Hello, welcome back to Mark's House and Garden UK. Happily, I've been sent something to unbox, review and have a play with. And I won't tell you immediately what's inside the box, but I will give you a bit of a clue. In fact, there's a clue right here in the parterre. There's also a clue right here in the long border at the side of the cottage in these standard lollipop olive trees. And there's an interesting tale behind this box, which I will share with you when we're at the table and I do the unboxing. Now, when I was offered this product by Snapfresh Tools, I immediately said yes, because it's absolutely perfect for a job I've got to do in my garden. But there is a slightly amusing tale behind this, because when I gave them my address, I accidentally gave them the wrong postcode. So that has been sat outside a neighbour's house for 2 weeks while they were on holiday, and that's why the outer box is in such a mess. But nevertheless, inside, in a brand new box, is a product I'm about to show you. So let's get unboxing. Now, as a YouTuber, I do get offered quite a lot of things for free, and I don't always say yes, but I did say yes to this because this is perfect for one of the jobs I've got to do in my garden. And as you can see on the box, as it says, hedge cutter and a grass trimmer, and it's cordless and it's quite light as well. Now, my mother-in-law, who's 78 and has a bad shoulder, has a small hedge to trim, so I'm hoping she'll be able to use this as well. Right, let's get into this box and see what we've got inside. And as it says on the lid, light to snap, fresh on tap. I think that's a reference to the fact that it is light and you've got power on tap with your cordless battery. Right, let's get inside. Let's place the contents on this table. Okay, so we have some instructions, a nice user manual there, cute friendly logo with a squirrel. That's the body of the piece. That looks like a hedge trimmer cutting blade with a protector on it. This looks like a mini hedge trimmer, again with a protector on it. We'll leave the protector off now that it's off. And here is a power cable. Now, I was looking for a battery, and there is no battery because I think the battery is in here. Now, that's one of the things that does give a lot of weight to these cordless tools, and if that's the weight of the battery, that really is surprisingly light. Right, it's going to need charging, obviously, and you can see here that's where you plug it in, using a USB-C cable to charge it. So I'll get this charged up and I'll read the instructions, and then I'll come back to you and do a demonstration. So that is now fully charged. A couple of points to note before we do a demonstration. These instructions are plain English, very easy to understand, and whilst it looks like there's a lot of instructions, there's actually 5 languages covered there, so it's only 6 pages in English, which is the language I've used, obviously. Now, most of the instructions are about safety, but there are some instructions on how to actually use the power tool. And one of the things that I particularly liked is that it's got this battery charge indicator at the top. Now, that lights up red when it is in the process of being charged, but if you take the charging cable out, you can test the battery level by turning it on, and it goes green if it's over 80% charged, and it's amber if it's less than 80%, and of course it's red if it's almost empty of charge. So that's a great little feature. It is incredibly light. Now, it remains to be seen how much cutting we get out of this. So let's start off by bringing this olive plant back under control. It's supposed to be a lollipop. I have been letting it grow, but I'm quite happy to bring it back into shape. I'll reposition the camera so that the white wall is exactly behind the shot. Now, it does make it very clear in the instructions that you're supposed to wear safety glasses, so as a responsible YouTuber, that's exactly what I'm going to do. You never change the blade when it's running, but it's really easy to change the blades. You just pinch those 2 buttons and it just snaps on. It's as easy as that. And then to operate, you've got a safety button and a trigger. So I'll have a go with the hedge trimmers first. We'll have another go with the grass trimmers in a minute. Right. Right, slicing through that, no problem at all. Well, so far so good. I'm very happy with that. It's brought it straight back into shape and very clean cutting. Right, let's have a go at a box pyramid. Down here at the base of that olive plant, I've got 3 box pyramids which need taming a little. So we'll have a go at those next. I'll just move this out of the way and then we'll get in with a handheld hedge trimmer and we'll see what a job it makes out of these 3 box pyramids. There's also a boxwood cube here, so we might as well just give that a bit of a tidy while we're on the job. Now I have this formal parterre at the front of my cottage, and I think this is one of the places where this tool will really come into its own. Now I'm not going to do the whole parterre in this video because I think it would be quite boring, but I do want to know whether one battery charge can do this whole parterre. So I'll do a little section of it just now to demonstrate, and then I will charge it up fully and I'll come back tomorrow and do the whole thing with one charge, and I will link to that video in the description box below this video so that you can see what the outcome is. Now, in order to avoid box blight, which is a fungus, I avoid pruning my parterre too tightly so that the ventilation can get through it. But I will have a go with this now and see what happens when I just trim the top of this piece of the parterre here. We'll also do the sides. Well, that's certainly going to make my job a lot easier when I come to do the whole parterre. Quite keen to try the grass cutting attachment next, and I've got just the application down here around the base of one of my olive trees where the right hand mower can't reach. The grass has grown quite long, so we'll have a go with this grass cutting. Now, it does say in the instructions that's for lawn edging, so you might well be able to go along the edges of your lawn with that, but I'm just going to use it here to cut this long grass. So we'll snap that one off, and we'll snap that one on, and we'll do some trimming. Well, this is working like a charm. I'm just going to try it around the base of a lamppost where I can't get with my lawnmower. Really good. It's like using sheep shears, I suppose. Now, you might argue that you would do that with a strimmer. I don't particularly like strimmers because I like frogs and toads and newts, and I think they're a little bit indiscriminate, whereas with this, I'm getting down where I can see what I'm doing and trimming away. Very happy. Now, I'm going to finish this video by giving this little lollipop olive a trim using the grass shears. I'll put the link to this in the description box below this video. Please do have a look at it if you can, because Snapfresh have supported me, so let's support them. And don't forget, tomorrow morning, after this has a full night of charge, I'm going to tackle the whole of the parterre with this and do a separate video on it, which I will link in the description box below this one. So let's just go in and let this little lollipop now and give it a little more definition. The Snapfresh, very lightweight, cordless hedge trimmer and grass trimmer. See you soon for some more hedge trimming adventures. Bye for now.